But you see, the ring betrayed Isildur. Hi, everybody, it's Andy. Sauron gifted the race of men 9 rings, 9 mics. I'm going to say that this Lauten LS-208 is one of the 9.
Hey, look at me.
And so is the Roswell Mini K87. For me in my kingdom, in Middle-earth. This microphone is actually quite amazing. It's a forward-facing large condenser capsule microphone. And what I mean by that, and there are other videos that talk about this as well, is you see the Roswell in the screen here. Imagine the capsule is parallel with this thing. So it's like a lollipop. And when you speak, and it catches it, and it's wonderful. This one is like a push-up bar. When you were a kid, you had the push-up ice cream. It comes right up. The same thing. The microphone comes that way at you. So you got to speak into this thing right at it. There are a bunch of settings on it. There's high-pass and low-pass filters. Right now I have it set to 120 hertz high-pass. There's also 50 hertz. There's an 8 kilohertz and a 10 kilohertz low-pass, which I'm not going to engage. I don't like how they sound. They say, just right off the bat, here's one. Oh, I'm losing focus. Here's one. Okay, here we are. That's 10 kilohertz. That's 8 kilohertz. That's neutral. The high pass, that's off, neutral. 50 kilohertz is the farthest one. 50 kilohertz of high pass roll off. And then 120 that I like. 120 kilohertz. Lauten gives you this little guide that talks about different settings because, you're playing with this stuff. And remember, you got to talk into this mic. You can't be over here talking because it's not going to hear you. You got to talk into it pretty directly. And it tells you that, does that help? Does that help you see? I wish my thing would get into focus. Hello. There we go. The flat setting is the full sound. The 50 hertz setting reduces low end boominess. 120 hertz setting increases clarity in perceived high frequencies. So, I don't know. I like 120. Not sure 50. I'm not sure 50 is for me. But, maybe it does. Maybe it gets rid of some of that roomy boominess. Let's leave it at 50 for now. And then you have the low pass filter, which is flat, clean, and articulate with a modern edge. Then the 10 kilohertz setting is smooth and classy with a vintage feel. And then the 8 kilohertz setting is warm and cozy, similar to classic broadcast mics back in the day, And then it tells you there's some applications. Vocals, you can have it set to flat on the low pass and 50 hertz on the high pass, which is where I'm at now. Broadcast, electric guitar, bass, whatever. I'll leave it on 50. But as most of these mics do, they run on phantom power, 48-volt phantom power. This particular mic, I think, though, runs on Jedi phantom power. It needs a boost, and I'll show you real quick here. This is running through the Apollo, and the Apollo has a max gain of 65 decibels. When I use this mic, and many others, it's usually in the low 50s. For this one, I have it 54. It might be 53. I'm playing with that. But that's where it's going to stay, 53 or 54. The Sennheiser, the 416, pretty close to that as well. I can do 52 on that, maybe 51. Sounds good. This one's at 65, and I have it boosted with the Avalon insert that this thing has. But you're also hearing me talk on this thing with the CVOX attenuation software. It's all plugged in. I'm going to turn it all off right now. Here you go. CVOX first. My furnace is running. It's been running. Did you hear it? Now the Avalon's off. You can hear the gain drop a little bit. It sounds good, I think. Sure. Remember, you got to talk straight into this thing. It's not like this one. I'm going to hit my little switch here, and you're going to hear this microphone with no anything at the 65, and you'll see the difference. Here we go. Ready? This is the Roswell. Ooh, that's loud. And I'm talking low. If I put the CVOX on, C-suite? Can you still hear the furnace? Maybe, because it's so high. It's off now. Okay, back to this one. And there we go. Now let me turn on the C-Box and the Avalon, and there you go. See, you need a boost, I think. But I still think it sounds great. So, high thumbs up on this mic. It has all these settings you can use to shape your sound. I have a little video here at the end that shows the case and the shock mount that I couldn't name because I don't know why, as well as another bracket that can hold it. Sorry, not a shock mount. And the pop filter that comes with it. I'm taking it off. Ready? Here we go. Ooh. Lauten says you should use the pop filter. Can you hear the difference? Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, how many pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick? So, probably because you're going right at the mic, so the plosives and whatever the hell else can get on there much easier. This does help, I think. It does make the sound a little different. Scratchy. There you go. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, how many pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick? That's my favorite one because I can say it fast and I can do all the P's, not B's. Peter Piper picked a peck. Anyway, it's the same, right? Plosives. Sounds pretty good. All right. Let's do a quick comparison here. I'm going to jump back on the I'm going to change the settings for the mics and go back to the setting that I would use this one on. You're going to hear the difference. Here you go. This is what I thought I would set it on, which is the settings for the Mini K87. There we go. That is with the Mini K87 at 53 decibels with C-Vox on. Now let me put it on the Mini K so you can hear the difference. And now I'm on the Mini K87 with C-Vox engaged. Let me turn it off. I'll knock it up to 54. This is where I often have it, where I do books and stuff. See how the difference is? I can talk to you and actually look at you. I've been looking all over the place because this one makes me want to look here. It's not on. But this one's right here, and it picks up everything nicely. They're very different microphones. Do they have different applications? Probably. Could you use either one for vocal, voiceover, or podcasting? I would say yes for vocal, but podcasting, this is probably your mic. If you want to use this type, it's the mic you probably use. This one's more for the in-studio thing, and I'll add a video here that shows me holding the mic like I'm on The Price is Right. And you'll see the difference of how you can never, I don't think, hold this one the same way and have the same quality. If I don't jostle it too much in my hand, like this, just hold it steady. Come on down. Sounds pretty good. I can, go ahead and spin the wheel, Joanne. You don't want to go over $1. This mic is pretty nice. And again, look at what I'm doing. I'm moving around in the booth with the microphone, and you're not hearing too much of anything. Right? You hear the movement, but if I don't move it too much and if I just stay there, I could do an interview, I suppose. What do you think of the game yesterday? But yeah, it's a great mic. I mean, it's a really great mic. And again, we're talking about, do you have to spend over $1,000 on a mic? Well, the 416, I think it's on sale right now at BSW, I think. This is the one time a year. I think it's either $8.99 or just a little more. It's less than $1,000. Normally it's $9.99. I paid the $8.99 for it a few years ago. Never getting rid of it. It's a wonderful microphone. I'll probably put it at my desk now for a while, or I don't know, set something else up in here to have it hanging around as well, that I can just grab it and pop it on there. But you don't need a million mics, and you don't need to spend $1 million on mics. When I did the video for the Mini K87, I said this was probably the last mic I'll get. I was half right. It wasn't the right, so I was all wrong. But it's probably still going to be the main mic I use for most things audiobook. This one I've done some auditions on, and I may do some other auditions on this one. And maybe it's good for other types of stuff. It's always up to a producer if you're on a live thing and you change mics and see what they like better. I think I'll stick with this one for audiobooks, though, because it's a great mic. This one I'm going to use for other stuff here in the booth because I think it's a great mic. It's an embarrassment of mic riches, so I can't complain. Let me jump back to the other mic. You heard how loud it was, my God. So, yeah, it's a great mic. You could read it. It would sound great. Finally, PLA naval assets, which had been deployed along America's west coast and near Central America, had received new orders. Cordon off South America. 90% of Beijing's investment in developing economies around the world had been focused on Venezuela, Brazil, Ecuador, and Peru. Argentina had stubbornly refused to accept China's offer of economic assistance, despite its inflationary economic troubles. That's from Aftermath 4. I've mastered them up and played with them. Sounds really good. I'll try and add it. It's a little line. I'll try and add it. Mastered bits from this mic, and then this mic. Without the Avalon, with the Avalon, this mic as it is. You decide. I won't tell you which one it is. Maybe I will. Anyway, I just wanted to pass that on. The Lauten LS-208. Lauten makes great mics. They make great mics. This is a solid mic, and it's not taking away from the Roswell mics. They're very different. So I recommend highly. Oh, what's this message I just got? Oh, I'm having issues with my UAD console and the Mac. No bueno. Making me nuts. So there'll probably be one more video before Christmas. That will be the either I'm going to do a little thing on D-Revive, which is an amazing piece of software that was on sale. I think I got it for $40, maybe 60. Not a lot, and it's amazing what it does. In concert with this, you can make nothing sound like it's pure. Like C-Vox is on now at 100% attenuation because of that furnace. But you don't hear any artifacts. If I'm reading, I can make it sound like it's pure 100% minus 68 room tone. And I don't think you'd know that anything was done. Not really processing it with equalization, sort of. I'm just cleaning it. But again, it's just something to think about. If you have to, turn the damn furnace off. That's what most people do, is what I do. But I could play with it, and I have been playing with it. So it's pretty amazing. We'll talk about that too. And we'll do audiobooks. So maybe before the end of the year, 2 more videos. One on audiobooks. Again, the basics. Beyond Before You Ask, which was kind of all about voiceover. And then we'll do audiobooks, which is very specific, with something I know a little bit about. And then the D-Revive, maybe. So 1 or 2 more videos before Christmas, before the end of the year. I hope everybody's having a good season. Take care. And at the end of this, you're going to see a little tidbit here about what comes in the box. Like I said, solid mic. Solid mic. And you can't go wrong. Price, this was $439, I think I told you when I bought it. This was usually $599. Right now it's on sale for $539, I believe. $540. Pretty close. Same size ring, a little bigger. Pinky ring versus index ringer. Close. And I think Sweetwater has it at 48 months financing, so pretty cool. All right. Well, thank you for watching again, all 10 of you, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. Take care. Bam. As promised, here's the case. A wonderful case. There's your pop filter, the shock mount. I redid the audio. It's a shock mount. And then this other type of mount that's more stable. I don't ever really use that one. And, of course, the microphone in this plastic bag. Take it out. I've got one hand. I'm using the iPhone to record this, and there it is. A solid, well-built microphone. Beautiful, hefty, strong-looking, and sounds great. I hope you enjoyed the video, folks, and we'll see you around on the next one. Take care. And here we go with the files. I almost forgot them. Jeez Louise. It was the world's most deeply buried nuclear fallout shelter, buried in limestone caves that extended 2 miles underground. It was the world's most deeply buried nuclear fallout shelter, buried in limestone caves that extended 2 miles underground. It was the world's most deeply buried nuclear fallout shelter, buried in limestone caves that extended 2 miles underground. Okay. Which was which? By weight. First mic was the Mini K87 at its 54 decibel setting. The second mic was the LS-208 with the Avalon punch-up off. And the third mic was the LS-208 with the Avalon inserted in. All were mastered and done up for this test. Very similar. 1 and 3 sound very close. 2, I think the Avalon helps. Maybe. But I'm still learning the ins and outs to finesse this thing. So anyway, that's it. I added the end because I almost forgot it. I said I was going to do it, and I forgot. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care, and good night.